Welcome. We are initiating ourselves for appreciation of features of Gita Ganita Kshetra. We want to be parallel with the mathematical domain of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. For it, we have to begin with the very beginning, and this beginning from the very beginning would mean beginning with the Devnagri alphabet, as the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is in Devnagari script. This initiation may be sequenced, and I'm sequencing it as lesson 1. It is knowledge organization as written text, as a speaking language. Lesson 1 of this system of knowledge organization is the conversion of the letters alphabet into numbers alphabet. Srimad Bhagavad Gita preserves that in this lok, in this word, the knowledge is of a twofold processing setup. First is Sankhya-nishtha and second is Yoga-nishtha. Sankhya-nishtha means presuming the existence of geometric formats and availing artifices of numbers. Parallelly, Yoga-nishtha means presuming the existence of artifices of numbers and availing the dimensional frames of the geometric formats. So, lesson 1 is a lesson in terms of which we will be learning how to convert letters alphabet into numbers alphabet. This step will be followed by, in a sequential way, of further conversion from numbers alphabet to geometric alphabet, the Sathapatya format. Today, we are at lesson 1. It is the first lesson of knowledge organization. It is the lesson of Vedic systems initiation. The format available is designated as a Devnagari Varnamala, Devnagari alphabet. This Devnagari alphabet, at its outermost surface, is in the form of the letters. It is in a script form. This script form, letters setup, known as Devnagari Varnamala, is in fact of multi-compactified formats setup. By multi-compactified format setups would mean that beneath this outermost surface of the letters alphabet are another formats as well. The inner fold of this outer letter format fold is designated as numbers fold. Beneath the letters fold is the numbers fold. Today, in terms of this lesson, by this lesson, we are learning as to how we can reach from the outermost letter format of Devanagari alphabet to numbers format of this very alphabet. On the computer screen is tabulated Devnagri Varnamala, then this formulation Devnagari Varnamala as well being a composition of the letters of the Devnagari Varnamala itself. As such, this formulation will be reached at for its conversion into numbers, that is into their TC values, which will come to be 77. Devnagari will lead to value 41 and Varnamala will lead to value 36. Total value is going to be 77. So Devnagari Varnamala as a formulation and as a composition of the letters of Devnagari alphabet itself is on its conversion from letters to Devnagari format, letters fold will take us to value 77. Now let us see how we have to reach from letters alphabet fold to numbers fold of this alphabet. This alphabet is an alphabet of 50 letters in all. These 50 letters are grouped in 5 distinct classes. There are 5 groups of these 50 letters. The first group, the first class, is designated as vowels. There are 9 vowels. 9 vowels are a, e, u, ri, ri, e, o, au. One shall acquaint with this script form as the Vedic scriptures, the original scriptures, the original texts as have reached us are in this script form. So the text, the literature, the source literature will be available to us in Devnagari script form. Therefore, we have to acquaint ourselves well with this script form. Devnagari script form as has reached us and as is being popularly available with us is being taken up for depiction and further initiation in terms of this and subsequent lessons. So first group, the first class of Devnagari alphabet letters is of vowels. There are 9 vowels. These 9 vowels have their sequential placements as first vowel, second vowel, and the 9th vowel. This placement, this sequential placement of this group, this class of 9 letters as first to 9th brings in their placements with which are associated the values 1 to 9. So first to 9th vowel in their sequential placements are of the format of number value 1 to number value 9. So numbers 1 to 9 and 9 vowels and the sequential placement of 9 vowels, the sequential placements of numbers 1 to 9 are bringing us face to face with each vowel because of its distinct placement in this range of 9 vowels has association of the placement value, and this placement value is being designated as the transcendental code value of this letter. Once we will be having first vowel as letter O, then its conversion into numbers alphabet will be as per its value 1. So letters alphabet format for 9 vowels are of 9 script forms as are depicted in the computer screen. its conversion, the conversion of this range, this group, this class of 9 vowels as numbers range 1 to 9 will amount to conversion of these letters into their respective parallel numbers alphabet. So conversion of 9 vowels as 9 letters of Devnagri alphabet into numbers alphabet would mean that it will make a range of values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. First vowel, second vowel, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth vowels as letters are of letters alphabet. The 9 values range as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is the conversion of this letters format of these 9 letters into their respective numbers alphabet as values 1 to 9, designated as their placement values, designated as their transcendental code values. Therefore, as far as these 9 vowels as first group, as first class of set of 9 letters of Devnagari alphabet is concerned, its conversion into numbers alphabet format would simply mean that we are reaching from first to ninth vowel as a group to number value 1 to number value 9 as numbers values range. These 9 whole numbers 1 to 9 together as a group amount to the numbers alphabet for 9 vowels. Step ahead, the second group, the second class of Devnagari alphabet letters is a group of 25 consonants. These 25 consonants are designated as Varga consonants. These Varga consonants are in a grid form of 9 rows, of 5 rows and 5 columns. These 5 rows are designated as first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and fifth row. Likewise, this organization of these 25 letters also permits their second generic classification as first column, second column, third column, fourth column, and fifth column. The first row and first column are set up of 5 letters each. However, the first letter of the first row and first letter of the first column are common. It is letter Ka. Now, the placements of these 5 consonants of first row is having placements as the first letter of the first row, second letter of the first row, third letter of the first row, fourth letter of the first row, and fifth letter of the first row. This sequential placements as such associates values 1 to 5 with them in the sequence and order of their placements. Letter Ka as the first letter of the row has an association of number value 1. Likewise, second letter Ka of the first row being of second placements gets value 2. And likewise, the fifth letter Na gets association with the value 5. So the first row of these 25 Varga consonants stands converted into numbers alphabet as a row of values 1 to 5. Likewise, the second row of 5 letters stands converted as values range 2 to 6. Third row stands converted as values range 3 to 7, then next 4 to 8, and last 5 to 9. Likewise, we can also have glimpse of this organization in terms of columns. And there as well, the classification will be providing the sequential values and conversion for these letters. Therefore, one shall sit comfortably and to have a glimpse of this association. Once our glimpsing of the association of the numbers parallel with the sequential placements of the letters in these organization setups features of these Varga consonants, then we will be having a proper insight, proper enlightenment about this feature. Step ahead, the third group, the third class is a setup of quadruple letters. These quadruple letters are also consonants, but they make a distinct class, and these are designated as Anthastha Varna. So these quadruple Anthastha consonants are of placement values 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this sequence, but the feature to be appreciated is that here the association is being given because of a specific feature of the organization being the second group of the consonants, and therefore for the present it shall be accepted as a definition as that the placement values of these quadruple Anthastha letters are 1, 3, 5, and 7. See, here we are reaching odd value 1 to odd value 3 to odd value 5 to odd value 7. We are jumping over the even values. Subsequently, when we will be having more insight, when we will be having more initiation, when we will be through the further conversion from numbers to the geometric formats, then we shall be appreciating this specific distinguishing way of association of numbers with these quadruple numbers. The third group, which is a part of this second group, that is of consonants. So consonants are having first group as Varga consonants and second group as the Anthastha letters. And third group of the consonants is designated as Ushmana letters. There are quadruple Ushmana letters, and association of placement values for these quadruple Ushmana letters are 2, 3, 6, and 9. It is a third group of consonants, and we will be subsequently reach at such distinguishing process of association of placement values for these quadruple letters. For the present, like in respect of Anthastha letters, in respect of Ushmana letters as well, we shall accept it for the time being as a definition as to the association of values 2, 3, 6, and 9 with these quadruple letters. The last setup group class of Devnagri alphabets is of yama letters. There are 8 yama letters. These 8 yama letters are given association of values 9 to 16. For the present, at this stage of initiation, at this stage of learning, of conversion from the letters alphabet to Devnagari alphabet, we shall take it as a definition that the letters are given association of numbers values. The basis of such association in itself is a big learning step, but for the present, we will give a stop for projections of our urge for having glimpse of these association rules, and it be taken that at present this association is an association of Vedic mathematics domain, and Vedic mathematics domain is to be entered, to be learned for its pure and applied values. We will be coming to it afterwards. Today, our lesson is only giving us a fillip, a initiation, a hint as that these 50 letters of Devnagri alphabet are having association of numbers values, and these number values, when are taken as the letters themselves, it amounts to conversion of the letters alphabet into numbers alphabet. The first learning step of initiation for going parallel with the Vedic systems, for entering the mathematical domain, for entering the Gita mathematical domain, we have to have the technique of having conversion for the letters alphabet into the numbers alphabet. To have a perfection of the learning, we are inventing some preliminary exercises, and these exercises are that we shall, as a first exercise, compute TCV value of formulation Devnagri. On the right hand side is given the answer as well. If we revert back to the first sheet again, we will see that it is mentioned this, there is a Devnagri formulation, there is a TC value to be associated. This Devnagri itself is a composition of letters of Devnagri alphabet itself, and each Devnagri alphabet letter is having an association of a number value, a placement value designated as a TC value. So the TCV values of all the letters of the formulation Devnagari on its summation will lead to the TC value of the whole formulation. As such, the first exercise shall be taken up. It shall be changed letter-wise. The word formulation Devnagari shall be written letter-wise in the sequential placements, and then these sequential placements will lead to the TC values of the respective letters, and sum of the TC values of the all letters will give us the TC value of the whole formulation Devnagari. It will come to the value. See, we have written answer 77, but actually this value 77 is just mentioned to indicate whether or not we are in a position to decipher out that Devnagari Varnamala is having TC value 77, and the formulation Devnagari is having a formulation only as being mentioned in screen 1, and it is going to be 41. So actual answer is 41. We have mentioned it 77 just to see whether or not we are conscious and alert as to the computation of hours. But for it, the subsequent answers or the precise answers, and it will give a confidence. So one shall be through these exercises of computing TCV Devnagri, computing TCV of 9 vowels, computing TCV of the first row, 5 letters, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, Anthasta letters, Ushmana letters, Yama letters, and finally one shall have a computation of the TC values of all 50 letters of the Devanagari alphabet, and its value will be coming to 306. One shall be through these exercises, one shall follow, chase these letters for their conversions into the numbers. This art, this mathematics of conversion of letters alphabet into numbers alphabet is a very, very big step. It is only in terms of this step that we shall be having message of Vedic mathematics reaching us, otherwise in a speaking language. The speaking language texts are to be converted into numbers so that we can have precise mathematics of this domain. The next step in respect of this lesson is that one shall tabulate numbers 1 to 18, then as is in sum up 1, 1 plus 2, 3, 1 plus 2, 3, 6, and like that. And then also, as is in column 3, one shall reshare the formulation. 1, it is ek, it is a formulation ek. So in speaking language, the value 1 will be reaching us as ek, then dve, triya, chatur, panch, and like that. So one shall reach at tabulation of the formulations for values 1 to 18, and in column 4 is given the TC values of these formulations. So it is going to be a very, very blissful exercise. One shall glimpse and imbibe as to how number value 1 is a formulation 8, which yields TC value 8. The number value 2 is a formulation 2, which leads to TC value 16. Number value 3 is a formulation 3, which is of TC value 8, and like that. If one is through this tabulation, if one glimpses and imbibes these features of this tabulation, then one shall be gaining confidence, one shall be having perfection of one's comprehension of the values of this lesson. Then now we are entering a senior grade exercise. The senior grade exercise is that, first of all, one shall tabulate 16 Ganita Sutras and 13 Ganita Sutras in their integrated format of 29 steps. In column number 1 is a serial number. In column number 2 is the placements of sutras and upsutras in the integrated format. And the column 3 is giving the letters of the text of respective sutras and upsutras. In column 4, we have given parallel formulations. As for 1, We have given in column 4 formulation G, which is of TC value 16, parallel with 16 letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 1. This tabulation is a very, very blissful tabulation. This tabulation will help us appreciate as to how the Vedic mathematical domain of the Ganita Sutras and Sutras is of potentialities, which is to chase the reality of the existence phenomenon in its entirety, living as well as non-living existence phenomenon of our solar universe is being chased, being worked out, being processed, being followed. This vision of this mathematical domain is of such transcendental features that its potentialities are for excellence. These are of the order of the existence itself. These potentialities, this mathematical domain is of the order of our solar universe itself. Therefore, one shall visit this tabulation, one shall glimpse this chain of formulations, one shall imbibe these and acquire appropriate enlightenment by having full and complete insight about this organization of Vedic formulations. One shall be through this exercise. It is a senior grade exercise, so one can be through it at different phases, and it is only by being through this exercise that one shall be fulfilling one's urge to be parallel with the Vedic systems, Vedic mathematics, Vedic knowledge. One more exercise is being added. It is called a blissful exercise. It is being called a blissful exercise as here the exercise is that one shall convert all 36 distinct letters of the text of sutras and sutras into their number formats. Column 1 is a serial number, column 2 is a letter, and in column 3 is to be filled. It is an exercise. The number value, the placement value, the TC value of the letter say O, in bracket it is written 1. Then for elongated O, value is 2. For E, value is 2. And for elongated V, value 4. For others, these blanks are to be filled by us as a blissful exercise. Wish you best of learning. Be through these exercises. These are very blissful exercises. These exercises have great potential. Thank you very much.